At this point, no, it's not. It's duty, it's commitment. We've been separated for several months.
What?
Yeah. Cody and I have separated, and I'm happy. I'm so mad about what's happened with our kids that it's very hard. I'm losing respect for him in that regard.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome. It's Friday, January 6th, 2022. I'm so sorry that I didn't have a video out yesterday. We are, in that time of year where the stuff is circulating, and so I was actually on my favorite position, mommy duty, or just being mom. So I hope all of you had a wonderful day yesterday. Let's talk, because a few clips have been dropped by sister wives, and I look forward to having more freedom to cover so many more topics on this channel once the season is over. And it is coming. There'll be more topics coming. We're going to cover the Duggars. We'll get back into the Goslings because Kate's now back on reality television. We'll be doing some updates on the 7M dancers. We'll be doing some, random stuff that I throw in here and there, the roll-offs. It's going to be back to normal. So this video, though, is pretty exciting because it's Miss Janelle telling Suki about her separation from Cody and the happiness that she's feeling as a result of making the decision to leave. This was a long time coming, according to her, and it's really refreshing to see her, Janelle, be very confident for the first time.
Yeah, it sucks, right?
And as many of you have noted in your comments on my previous videos, it's that you really like that Janelle just isn't playing along anymore. She's at this point where she doesn't care. She's just going to say whatever she wants, and she's not going to play their game. So this is pretty exciting because Cody spent last episode not wanting to talk about Robyn. Surprise, surprise. And now in this episode, we're going to be talking all about Janelle. And then coming up in another video, we'll do some discussion about Cody and what Robyn says about him wanting to get some new wives. And then Cody discussing Robyn and favoriting her and what the other wives have to say about that. So let's dive into today's topic, but before we do, can you do me a very big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and turn those notifications on so you know when I go live and new content loads. Also, before we dive into this video, I just want to say that Damar Hamlin, the NFL player that went down on Monday night, is awake and has been talking with his family, and he was on the team call, and he is able to breathe on his own. So I've been covering that over on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you're noticing that there's not as much variety here and you always want to know what I'm reporting on my other social medias, make sure you follow me there. We have been following along with that very, very gripping story. So let's talk now about this new clip. So we knew leading up to this that there was rumors about a split, and it was actually Gwendolyn, who is the daughter of Cody and Christine, that accidentally leaked the split on her TikTok and then sort of had to walk it back after the news got out. And now we hear in Janelle's own words her decision to leave Cody. This is actually pretty exciting because this was a woman who said that she had a significant testimony to plural marriage and that she was comfortable and unhappy. That's what she said last year about her marriage with Cody. Cody also referred to himself as was a polygamist. Ah, yes, it's all ego, baby. So let's take a look at this first section of Janelle describing the freedom now, or discussing her not being in love with Cody anymore.
Is it love?
At this point, no, it's not. It's duty, it's commitment, it's a faith that tells you work it out and stick it out. I think if we both really sat down, we'd look at each other and say, really? We've been separated for several months.
What?
Yeah. Cody and I have separated, and I'm happy, really happy.
So right off the bat, she's asked, is this love? Are you still in love with Cody? And she said no. She said it was a sense of duty and that you stick it out, and a part of their faith, that you work things out regardless of your feelings. And that's the part of some of these faiths that make it very challenging for people to believe, because they are indoctrinated into believing that they cannot divorce regardless of whether or not they're being mistreated, or whether or not there's infidelity, or whether or not there's issues going on between the two of you, whether you've grown apart. There's just a no tolerance to divorce. And particularly in polygamy, divorce is very frowned upon, simply because, it's the women are effectively the property of the men, right? So she and Cody sort of stuck together for a very long time, and I'm assuming partially due to them having children. But her daughter is a senior in high school, so I have a feeling she just doesn't have this sense that she has to stick around anymore. And then she drops the bomb that she and Cody have separated. But the part that I loved the most was that she said that she was happy, really happy. After she drops this bomb, Suki then drops right into about whether or not she still respected Cody. The one thing I think is really weird about these interviews is no one asks Cody if he respects his wives. Respect in a relationship is two ways, and no partner can demand respect without showing respect in return. And this idea that women have to respect a man is antiquated, it's patriarchal, and it's just clearly, it puts women in a position of inferiority and the man in dominance. And that's just not healthy for any relationship.
I don't know. Things just really became sort of indifferent. Like I just didn't care.
When you became indifferent, did you still respect him?
Yes.
Do you still respect him now?
I do, but I'm so mad about what's happened with our kids. It's very hard. I'm losing respect for him in that regard.
So one of the biggest criticisms I had personally for Janelle this past season was that I was really struggling with my respect for her, given how he treated her kids. And I was wondering, at what point was it going to be enough for her? And I was really uninterested in watching her grovel to him when he was talking with them about how they don't really communicate and they don't partner well. And she was like, but I'm happy, but I love you, but you're my lover. And it felt very fake, So to see her stand up for herself and say that, I lost respect for him with how he treated my kids, and I'm angry about that, is actually very refreshing, because she has a right to be angry about how he treated her kids. I know they're adults, but at the same time, he doesn't have the same set of standards for his adult children with Robyn that he does with his kids with Janelle. Dayton still lives at home. Aurora still lives at home. And yet he's trying to force Gabriel and Garrison out of the house because they're disobedient to him and not respecting him. And it's a home that he's rarely ever at. So why would she kick those kids out when he comes, every 2 weeks? I don't even know how often he came, but I'm sure it wasn't very much. And then to hear her actually say, I'm angry at him and I'm losing respect for him because of that is, it shows me that her confidence is continuing to grow. And that's amazing. I've always really liked Janelle, and I think that she's by far one of the most level-headed. And so in that respect, I'm glad to see that attribute of her that I've always admired coming out more in her, if that makes sense.
Cody says he feels disrespected by you.
Well, it's mutual. I think it's a two-way street there. I think if he had truly been watching out for me and my children, he would have figured out a way to make it work for the whole family, instead of having his rules and hanging out with the wife, staying where he was respected and obeyed.
One aspect of plural marriage that I think probably plays a big role in the women being obedient and doing whatever they need to keep their husband there is the competition that if you don't do this, somebody else will. And so when you see someone constantly giving in to someone and being obedient and allowing that person to steamroll that person, and then that expectation is that every single wife should allow that, or that that wife utilizes that in a manipulative way, that she gets what she needs and what she wants, and then he demands that of everyone else, even though that's not who they are in their character or in who they are, that I would imagine would be a very difficult place for someone who is an independent woman like Janelle. That's something that she has always always like said about herself is that she likes being independent and she enjoys her freedom. So for Janelle to say that respect goes both ways, again, shows me that she has embraced a level of independence and freedom from the belief system and the belief that she has to just blindly obey her husband. And, you know, also this idea that he didn't take care of her kids. He didn't take care of her or seem concerned about where she lived, the property, everything that was going on with Coyote Pass. He put all of his money into you know, Robyn. And she made a comment about how there was a lot of money getting moved around with Robyn, or with their family bank account. And, you know, it makes you wonder what that money was being spent on and who was spending it. She didn't say, but I have a sense that Kody and Robyn were utilizing that as their own piggy bank. So it's nice to hear her say that, one, you're not, respect goes both ways, and two, if you had treated me better and put me in as a priority, this wouldn't have happened, instead of spending the time where you are obeyed as though you're a master. It's just gross. And then Kody has a few things to say.
Janelle has made it pretty clear to me that she's enjoying her life without me. She's like, yeah, you know, I haven't missed you much.
Do you want to work on it? Do you want to try and fix it?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
wanna...
Absolutely. I won't go to a place where I'm not respected, because love doesn't matter to me. Respect matters to me.
So are you separated?
Yes, we're separated.
So Kody says that, you know, Janelle's made it very clear to him that she's happier without him. Isn't that interesting? And that she doesn't really miss him. And he says this in a very snarky tone. And then when she's asked, you know, like, do you want to work things out? He says, yeah. But there's always a but with Kody. I don't want to go somewhere where I'm not respected. So Kody, what are you doing to show Janelle that you respect her? I mean, like, it's easy to say I want to work things out and then place the blame on someone and say I'm not respected by them. I don't think it matters if he would want to work it out, frankly, because I don't think Janelle wants to work it out with him. And I think he can say whatever he wants to make it look like he's the good guy that's not giving up so that he can try to get new wives, even though in this episode they claim that Kody doesn't want to get new wives, but Robyn says she does. We'll get there next video. But anyways, Kody, you know, saying that love doesn't matter to him, respect does. So you're telling me that it doesn't matter to you if a woman loves you or if you even love the woman, but as long as she obeys you and is obedient, that's all that matters? You don't need to love them at all? So, I mean, a dog would respect a master. Is it like they're your dogs? I'm asking for a friend.
Pretty stupid for people who love each other, huh?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Can't you fix it? Can she fix it? Do you want to fix it? Room and time to process?
I want to fix it,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, but that's a whole new negotiation. We're in a new place. Christine's left. Janelle likes her. That was just like, why couldn't you have been good sister wives when you were sister wives? That's such a mess.
So Kody says that he wants to fix it, but he also says that there would have to be negotiations. And then he says that she likes Christine and Christine left. And then he starts laughing. You know, there's been a lot of times that Kody has acted so incredibly inappropriate during this tell-all that I seriously have wondered, like, what is going on with him? Is he so on something? But I don't think he's on anything. Like, I just think he's being Kody to the extreme. I don't know. I don't recognize him the same way that the women say that they don't know who this man is. So he's laughing and he's like, but she likes Christine. The negotiation in my mind goes like this. Janelle, the only way we're going to get back together is if you are not friends with Christine, because she's the enemy and she's evil and I hate her. And because we need to have a shared common enemy and she doesn't like this family, you cannot be friends with her if you want to be with me. And Janelle, who has kids that have been completely disregarded and disrespected by Kody, and she herself has been disrespected by Kody, whereas Christine, who has helped raise her children and has a good relationship with her kids and still puts her kids first, even with her own kids. I mean, Christine is still super close to Janelle's kids, is probably going to say, well, I'm going to stick with the lady that's actually really good to my kids. And she loves them and they love her. So they really do have two parents, if you think about it. They have two moms. Now, Janelle and Christine are certainly not a couple, but they have two parents that love them. And that's a good thing. They don't have a father that's around or even seems to care because he's always running off after Robyn, but they do have two moms that love them. So Cody will not take her back unless she comes groveling and dumps Christine, which is so weird. And I don't, the funny thing again is, if someone doesn't want to work it out, they can say all of this and it's irrelevant. It's kind of like asking Mary, well, are you going to leave Cody or are you not going to leave Cody? Because does it really matter at this point? No, Cody's made the decision that it's over. Same with Janelle. Yeah, we can work it out, but Janelle's like, I love my life and I don't want to be with Cody. You see what I'm saying there? So what are your thoughts about this whole new Janelle and her making the decision to leave? Do you like her explanation for why she left? And I'm eager to learn more about the process she took in making the decision to leave Cody. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.